Jordan, thankfully you did not get traded, so you're right here for the call. We appreciate it.
Thank God. Jesus, what a way to start this off.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't know you were on the block. We've been talking about it for hours. Just kidding.
I told you, hey, it was my time. It was my time.
Yep. So what'd you do? How was your bye week? Do you feel energized and refreshed? What'd you do? You do anything good?
I just went away for a couple of days, up in the mountains of New York.
Okay.
Can't remember where it was. Catskills?
Catskills. Yep.
Okay.
Catskills? Yeah. It's good.
All right.
Good little couple-day retreat, and then I came back down to support, me and the guys came down to support Saquon's gala.
Yeah, Catskill, New York. That's where Mike Tyson used to train and live.
Yes.
With Customato back in the day.
Yeah, the Catskills.
80s. Yes.
Beautiful up there in the Catskills.
Never been.
No?
No.
I got tattooed there once.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That's what they say you do in the Catskills.
Yeah, well, look.
Well, I didn't get any tattoos. So.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe next time. I imagine your body and your mind probably needed the break. Do you feel a little energized? I always know when I take a week off of, obviously not physically demanding, but when I take a week off of work, I'm always ready to get back. Are you in the point now where you're refreshed and ready?
Yeah, honestly, that bye week came at a great time, and so for me, I feel ready to go again. Like, that was a good break, honestly. It was long, but it also felt short. But it was long at the start of the week. Felt so long, and then as you're counting down the days, and as soon as the weekend hits, you're like, oh damn, we're going back to work next week. Let's go.
It's a little tricky. You look at your last couple of weeks. You guys had the mini bye week in there after you played the Giants on Thursday night, and then you get the bye week right now, and then I look at your next 4 games. You guys played 4 games in a span of like 18 days, I believe it is. I think you play Monday night in Green Bay, then you play Sunday night on a short week, then you play Dallas the following week, and then you play Chicago that Friday. I'm just thinking about the herky-jerkiness of the schedule for you guys this year, and how that sort of impacts your preparation, your rest and recovery, and how you guys are feeling right now. And you got a long stretch coming down here for the second half of the season.
Yeah, I think our strength and conditioning staff, as well as our athletic staff in the training room, they work in tandem with the coaches to get a good routine down for us players to be able to come in, feel fresh, also give us time on the back end. I think that's probably the biggest up from last year. Well, not from last year, but from previous years of having no post-practice meetings. That was just one area where we could dedicate more time to, our body's recovery, getting rehab done. So that was one area last year that we improved on from the year before that, and we've carried it onto this year. So, like I said, the trainers working in tandem with our coaches, especially with Nick, to give us the time, make a schedule where we're coming in and getting the most work done for our bodies, but also enough time to be on the field and get the work done that we need to be done.
So you don't play as many games as these other sports, but in other sports, sometimes we talk about when a team has a week off in baseball or basketball, they can lose a little bit of sharpness in that time. This time, having the week off, good for your mind and good for your body, of course. You guys were really starting to figure out the run game the last 2 weeks. Does it take some time to get back into the groove of what you were doing, and any sort of concern that you lose a little bit of the momentum you were building there?
Listen, I think so. I think that can happen if you allow it. However, I just don't think that we will allow that kind of, slow start to happen again. I think just coming back and reflecting on the last 8 weeks that we've played, look at all the games and see where we can improve. That's one part of the area, of improvement, just the urgency to have to correct our mistakes. Even though the last 2 weeks have looked good, there are always things to clean up. And so that's just what we've been doing. We understand where we've been at and where we need to get to. And those have been an emphasis the last couple of days of, trying to clean up so we can get back to the ball.
So we mentioned you, of course, did not get traded, but you do have a few new teammates in that the Eagles have traded for Michael Carter II. In between the last time we talked, Michael Carter II traded for Jalen Phillips, also traded for Jair Alexander. You've been on one team your entire NFL career. How tough do you imagine it would be to be plopped down on a new team with new teammates and new coaches? We know Jalen Phillips has played for Vic before. How difficult do you think that would be to change teams in the middle of a year, especially to a team that's competing for a Super Bowl like you guys?
Yeah, I would have to think it's pretty hard, to just uproot where you've been at for the last couple of years, especially for Jalen, and then just to come to a whole new team, whole new city, and I think thankfully I haven't experienced that, and so the best part about getting new teammates is I know the locker room that they're coming into, and they're gonna love it here. They're gonna make it easy for them to transition, both on and off the field, and so gonna make it home for them right away, and that's the beauty about coming to our culture, our locker room.
One of the things that I think makes us encouraged about players coming here is that over the last couple of years, we've seen players who were in situations that were not that great. Mekhi Becton with the Jets, Saquon with the Giants, Zach Bond with the Saints, and then they get here and just sort of energized by not only the locker room, but the ability to compete. And it almost seems to have brought the best out of players that may have had more to give than they were able to give in their previous situations.
Yeah, I would love to say that it is all culture, but at the same time, it's coaching as well. Coaching and culture are probably the two biggest things that we have an edge on, and for guys to come here and excel, they have to want to take that coaching and apply it. They have to. They want to, it's one thing to get coached, but if you're not carrying that onto the field, it doesn't matter. And so the guys who were here and the guys who took that coaching and played it or did it on the field, that's the reason why they excelled. And so, I would love to sit back and say it's the culture, but, in all honesty, it's both culture and coaching. That's the biggest thing that we have here.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, the culture is set. It's great. I know you guys don't want to be identified as defending champions, but damn it, you are defending champions.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
And it's getting into that time of the season. And I know it's one game a week, so I'm not going to ask you to think 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks down the road or anything of that nature. But you've been in the league long enough. You played in 2 Super Bowls. You won one. You know what November and December and January football is all about. I want to get an idea or a sense of, I guess, the excitement level when we get to this time of the year that, we're past the whole filling out phase of the league year, and now it's time to establish yourself as one of those teams. You feel sort of excited about the second half of the season and sort of trying to go out and attain your goals that you guys set before the year.
Yeah. And we're so excited. This is what seems like a whole new season for us. I think the bye week was perfect. To us, it's right in the middle of our season. Mm-hmm. So, for us, it just feels like, okay, we've got our break. We know what we need to improve on, what we've done the last couple of weeks as a team. And so now it's how can we fix that, how we can apply that moving forward with some urgency. And so, man, guys have been hungry. Guys, even today, we were in today. We had this, because we play on Monday, it's just a little weird schedule. We had an extra day, and we got some work done today. Mm-hmm. So just even us flying around on the field today, man, just that hunger to continue to carry that momentum, the stacking of the blocks that we did, the last 2 weeks. That's the one thing that we're going to continue, just to keep building off what we did the last 2 weeks. And so heading into, November, December, January football, just playing with that urgency, with that intent, that is, paramount for us.
All right, Jordan.
That is going to carry us.
I'm sorry. You had a dramatic pause there. That's on me. That's on me, man. That's on me. My timing's off. My timing's off, too. Bye week for me, too. All right, man. Well, good luck on Monday, and we will talk to you after. And welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, brother.